Here's where I'm at with my Admiral 30C15 so far. All of the old wax, the paper wax capacitors have been replaced, including those in the horizontal oscillator circuit, and I retuned it. When you change capacitors, a lot of things have been adjusted according to the old capacitors. I don't think any of those paper wax capacitors were really bad. The best I can do is check them for shorts or check their value, and all of them have gone up in value because they've aged. But I didn't find any shorts, and I don't have a capacitor analyzer to be able to see how they're working under voltage loads to see if they're leaking or not. But that's a moot point because I've replaced them all anyways. I replaced a few out-of-spec 2-watt resistors. I fixed my vertical height problem by adding this resistor into the circuit to bring the existing resistor back into value. It had doubled in value. I couldn't find an exact replacement, so I just tacked one in parallel with it. Everything is working. I had hoped that I wanted to, what I had wanted to do was put direct video and audio in, but this particular model isn't going to allow that because of the contrast control, which is right here. The contrast actually is in the first video IF input, not the video input, but the video IF circuit. So putting a direct video on this is just not going to work because in their later design they moved the contrast control was right in the final where the brightness control was in the final video amplifier and the video output, so that makes it easier. But in this set I just don't think that's easily done. I suppose I could have modified the circuitry and added things to be able to do it, but I'm going to try to work with the tuner. Okay, so because the contrast control is in the video IF input, you adjust it, and this is what happens. Too much? It's almost like too much turning your AFC up too high. Also, the picture's a little wide, and it's not because of that big power resistor that's in there. It's strictly because I think the control just needs to be readjusted. When I get this thing rotated back up, it's not bad. The linearity isn't really too terrible, but I'm going to see if I can at least get the geometry. Now the audio is very low, and I remember Bob Anderson had that very same problem with one or two that he worked on, which required some very careful alignment on the IF coils, the audio coils, but I don't have decent equipment for that, so I'm going to have to tweak around as best as I can. Maybe by ear. I'll see what I can do. I really wished I could have put direct video and audio into this set. Just a little bit of gentle tweaking on the sound IF, and I got the sound much louder. I might try, I just tuned one coil. That crackle, that tuner is just crap. I've cleaned it. I'm going to try cleaning it again, but that tuner is just getting that tuner to stay stable with a good connection is very difficult. So basically I got the audio a lot louder. It's pretty loud. And now I'm going to have to see if I can get the geometry of the picture correct. I spent a lot of time adjusting it. And the horizontal linearity sucks, but I played with that control and I can't seem to adjust it any better than it is. I got the vertical linearity fairly good, and I put 4 pieces of tape to show where the bezel edges are The picture's 8 by 10, 8 inches by 10 inches, and so here's the outer edges, top and bottom, so I got it pretty close. So I think about the next step is to put an actual video source into it rather than my generator. And you know, I should set my bench up for this rather than hauling something in from the other room, but let's put it this way. My workshop does need some improvements. A little interference with it, but I think that's coming from my video source. You can see the retrace lines.
At the Silver Star Cafe. DuPont, first with the finest in television, proudly presents the Sherbrooke console with 19-inch direct-view white-tone picture tube, oversized chassis, prolonged the life and superb performance.
You can see that the picture tube is pretty lousy. A brightener might improve it. Of course, this is a kine-scope. Let's see, what else have I got? Well, it sure isn't perfect, is it? I wonder if this, if that little, I could see some ringing in the horizontal. Boy, I don't know. I don't know if I could get that out. Well, until I get it in the cabinet, I'll play around with it a little bit more.
Special features, the coming buyer's market in automobiles. Then a new department, the sports section. And finally, if we don't run fresh out of time, which quite likely...
Well, it looks terrible.
...a piece on trade across the Iron Curtain in Europe. Now, it's Man Running's headlines. Willis Overland automobile prices $25 to $270. The top cut is on Willis Overland's well-known Jeepster. Now you'll notice, while this is the second automobile price cut, it is by far the biggest one. General Motors in general cut prices between $10 and $40 a car. Also, in the GM case, the price cut was definitely tied to a decline in payrolls under a contract that GM had with the union, allowing payroll cuts in the event of a decline in the cost of living, which took place. In the Willis Overland case, there is no such decline in payrolls. This is a straight and deep price cut in a bid for more business. This symbolizes an important turning point in the change of the automobile industry from a seller's to a buyer's market. Clearly, this is going to have tremendous psychological...
What this set really needs is a complete alignment. Let's see. Okay, now this video clip here, keep in mind, this is a kine-scope and not a very good one, and playing on a very tired old TV. And now there's a lot of audio getting into the video, and I'm sure what this set could use is a good alignment. Unfortunately, I don't have a decent oscilloscope for that anymore. I don't have the probes. I've got a marker generator, but I really need some decent equipment to do that. But also, I turn the contrast up too far and it really overdrives it. I have a brightener on it right now. The videos before this did not have a brightener. Anyways, like I say, this set could really use a thorough alignment. Here's an interesting video clip. Boy, that audio sure interferes with the picture. I'm almost certain an alignment would take care of that problem.
Behind the scenes in television. This evening, television's magic eye brings you the story of television. A trip backstage to meet the men who made this miracle of the 20th century possible.
Well, that's about it.